Good morning. This is Tony Webster, and we're going to review today how to add a photo to a record in your family search tree. So looking at the screen, you'll notice that I've been adding pictures to a variety of the people in my family tree. So, for example, I've got my dad, Kenneth Dwight Webster, a picture that I have from my archives, a picture of my mom, a picture on my mom's side of my grandparents, and I've even got a picture of my grandfather, Dwight Wood Webster, and that's from a composite. And today what we're going to do is add my grandmother, Elizabeth Ann Chalfant, from this same composite photograph, because this photograph right here of Dwight shows he, his wife, my Uncle Emerson, my Aunt Helen, and a cousin. And so I'm going to show you how to pick the various people from the composite photograph. So first we want to go to Elizabeth Ann Chalfant and add a photograph. So the photograph, when I click on Elizabeth Ann Chalfant, her information comes up. If I hover over the picture area, though, you'll notice it doesn't have an active link. So we need to go to the person record, and you can do that by either clicking on Elizabeth Ann Chalfant's name right there, or you can go down to person. So I'm just going to click on person. This takes us to her individual record, and you'll notice her individual ID number, KJPX F78, is right here. As we scroll down, we notice that the various information. So one thing you might do is, as you go to each individual's record, go ahead and review them and make sure that you know whether or not there's information missing. So we're going to add a photo. So right here we're going to click on now where the photo would be of her. You'll notice now it's an active link. So as I click on it, you'll notice it drops down a little link that says add portrait. So I'm going to click on that. So dialog pops up and it says create portrait. How would you like to add this person? We can upload a photograph, or we can select from the gallery. If I upload a photograph, it gives me an opportunity to upload something from my computer. Selecting from the gallery, if I click on it, it will take me to my gallery of the various photos that I have in my gallery, the things that I have uploaded. But you'll notice that it shows this photograph, the composite. Now the reason it shows this is because previously, when I first uploaded this photograph, I had linked and actually tagged each of the individuals, and that'll be in another lesson. I tagged the individuals in the photograph. And so here's my grandmother, here's my grandfather, here's my Uncle Emerson, here's my Aunt Helen, and a cousin, Beth. So I'm going to pick this, and what it's going to do then, it brings up an adjustment. And you'll notice that this little circle then stays put, and as I link around, as I drag the photograph around, I can actually increase or decrease the photograph and its position. So I'm going to make sure that I fill the little circle with the image of my grandmother so that in the family tree, it will be large enough to see the details. You can actually change the orientation of the photograph, but I'd rather have her standing straight up. And then when I'm finished, I can go ahead and save that as a portrait. What that will do, it will link to her record, that particular view, and you'll notice now a little time indicator has appeared next to her photograph. So at the moment, so it's since this is a distance application that we're running on my computer, it doesn't happen just right away, but I can tell you that it will happen eventually, because see, just a little while ago I had adjusted and added a photograph to my grandfather's, Dwight Wood Webster, from that same composite, and I did that probably 20 minutes ago, so it takes probably about 20 minutes to, a few minutes, so don't get impatient thinking perhaps it hasn't happened. So the cool thing about this is, as we go back to the tree, then that photograph will continue to be there, and it becomes a reminder. The interesting thing about the way we do family history now, it used to be all about names and records and things like that. But now we have the opportunity to find information, to build a link between ourselves and the people that we love and the people that have contributed to who we are. And so, for example, if we go to Dwight Wood again, I now have a picture of him, and you see my grandma has appeared there in the family tree now. Well, I'd like to leave you my testimony. I know that these are real people. I know that they lived and they died to contribute to who I am. I have really enjoyed learning more about Dwight and Elizabeth Webster, my grandparents, because I didn't know much about them when I first started. And I have come to love them, and I have come to cherish the things that they did to provide a posterity, and that I was able to come along and become part of that family.